All right. One Fight Night 168 in Denver. The first fight card back since last year's Denver One Championship fight card that was absolutely amazing. A great fight card altogether, top to bottom. This one is going to be headlined by Jonathan Haggerty and Superlek. The co-main event of Cade Ruotolo and Mikey Musumeci, we've been hearing through the rumor mill. There's been rumblings that the fight will not be happening. Cade Ruotolo just won his matchup and got $1 million at the CJI, so I don't expect him to be fighting. This is really, really disappointing for this card. This card was supposed to have Stamp, Fairtex headlining, big star 4-1 championship. As long as the Haggerty and Superlek fight happens, I will be happy. This will be a great, fun fight in the main event, that Bantamweight Muay Thai World Championship. Great fight. Absolute two studs at the top of their game right now. The rest of the card, I don't really know what we're going to get. A lot of these guys are not super well known. I think a lot of them are going to come in here and show out and put on good, fun fights. The Americans are showing out in this one. It's going to be a fun card altogether. I know Johan Ghazali, the flyweight Muay Thai fighter, always puts on a fun performance. He's going to be fun. The American crowd is going to be really hyped for him. Adrian Lee, the younger of the Lee siblings, making his second debut. Adrian Lee will be making his debut in America, his second professional MMA bout. That one's going to be fun. I don't know what his opponent's going to be showing up like. Some of these matchups were made on kind of last notice. The other one, the American, Asa Ten Pao versus John Lineker. That's going to be a fun, interesting, weird bantamweight Muay Thai matchup. And then Ong La In Song, who fights out of Killcliff. That's going to be a fun one. He says that he's going to put on a great performance, a dangerous performance, get a knockout. And then Liam Harrison, obviously coming back after a long layoff. Catchweight Muay Thai bout against Sexon, who's always in a fun fight. This fight card's probably just going to be a bunch of fun fights, not a bunch of high-value names on the card, but just a bunch of fun Americans on the card showing out for America. Some of these fights just randomly got some fighters on here that have some validity in America. But what I'm really excited for and what everybody's looking forward to is the main event in terms of the one fight that we know is going to deliver, absolutely will deliver. There's no doubt about it. The rest of the fight card, just a bunch of Americans that we're excited to see, excited to promote some Americans in one championship. This Denver fight card is looking really, really good. It's just disappointing that we'll be missing Cade Ruotolo and Mikey Musumeci. That fight will not be on the card. But man, Jonathan Haggerty, the General, taking on Superlek. Woo! Need I say anything? Should I even spoil what's going to be happening during this fight? These guys are going to go to absolute war. Bantamweight, not flyweight. Jonathan Haggerty really making a name for himself in the Bantamweight Muay Thai divisions here. Look forward to this one. These guys are going to go toe-to-toe. Nobody's going to back down. Nobody's going to take a back step. Superlek and his kicks are super, super dangerous. Jonathan Haggerty, the speed of Haggerty and the power in his hands is something to behold. Superlek is arguably the best Muay Thai fighter out there right now. Jonathan Haggerty has kind of somehow managed to fight out from behind Rodtang and Superlek and win a couple of belts in one championship. This one's going to be fun. What is the altitude going to do to these guys, all of these fighters? Everybody looked pretty good last time out at the Denver One Championship card last year when Demetrius Johnson took on Adriano Moraes. That one, nobody looked super, super bad in terms of their gas tank. But we'll see. You just never know what happens here. You know, Denver's a funny area, you know. That high sea level makes it harder for guys to recover, breathe, get more oxygen into their lungs. These Muay Thai fighters, a lot of these guys I look at on the card, like a John Lineker, and an Adrian Lee, and a Johan Ghazali, and an Ong Lan Song, like these guys that stand out to me, these guys like to go all out for one round. Guys like Johan Gazali, Adrian Lee, Onglan Song, John Lineker. These guys like to just put it all out on the line in the first round. That's interesting. Like last time out, it was a bunch of just like really technical strikers for the most part. They kind of conserved their energy where they needed to, or they were able to just blitz through, let's just say it, one-sided matchups. This time out, we got some interesting fights and some guys that like to put it all out there in the first 2 or 3 minutes of the fight. So we'll see what happens. Can they keep their gas tanks out if their opponents survive the first round? That's what we'll have to see. So, the Bantamweight Muay Thai World Championship is on the line. It'll be Jonathan Haggerty and Superlek. Look forward to that one. Absolute stunner of a main event. 8 p.m., one championship. It'll be in Denver. The crowd is going to be epic. American crowd. One of the second after the first one back in Denver last year. It'll be the second returning in America. I think the Americans are going to show out. We got to show out. We got to promote this, guys. One Championship puts on a great product. They get shit on all the time. It's funny. They shit on Chatri all the time. Chatri doesn't always tell the truth. Kind of a weird character, but we got to promote this stuff. Push it forward. One Fight Night 168. Very, very exciting stuff. Looking forward to it in Denver. Can't wait. Can't miss. Look forward to it. It's going to be fun, top to bottom. Just fun fights. Some one-sided matchups that we know are going to be ending by finish. Absolutely, we know this. But overall, top to bottom, fun card. Can't miss. Americans, it's our time to shine.